If the fruit of the tree was actually a child, why isn't it in the canonical Genesis account? Super fair question. Let's walk the trail of evidence I followed together. Genesis is actually my starting point. Two named trees, eating tied to death, and then the serpent seed placed beside the woman's seed. The Targum, the Aramaic translation of Genesis, places Samael, the angel of death, inside the scene in the garden and connects the tree with enlightenment. The legend of the Jews comes much later and is a fairly modern compilation of a preserved Jewish tradition detailing Samael's child being consumed. But I am not suggesting that the whole theory be held on the back of this one account. What's significant here is it follows a pattern I was already tracing. I didn't just start with the story and work backwards. I found it nearly at the end of the research for my book, long after I had already researched Genesis and the Targum, and an overarching story had begun to coalesce about the nature of our true creator who is loving and kind and patient and never changes, and how often bloodshed has been attributed to him in ways that contradict that character. When I finally encountered this account, it didn't create the pattern, it illuminated what was already there. We were never meant to consume flesh. We were never meant to do these awful things. And this is why the sin was so heinous. This is why Adam and Eve lost their covering of the Father's righteousness, because this pattern still continues now in this world. I fully understand that the translations of the Bible most of us have access to just say literally fruit. I get that. But aren't we called to seek, to ask, to knock? And that's what I'm trying to do here, because I believe just taking things at face value is less than what we're called to do. I think that we are to look at the root words to find out the true meaning, the intent of the real story, the overarching patterns. And what I see here is that fruit was not an apple. Fruit was progeny. But don't take it from me. That's just what my research found. And I'm trying to show you what I found. I'm asking you now to consider it, to test it yourself. And I think you'll find the evidence is strong.